Hi, everyone. What if a person wanted to change the direction of the planet, right? Could they do it? Well, it would take some work, but I believe we can, right? Okay, there's got to be a lot of information out there that nobody, not there is got to be. I mean, our government in Canada has announced that UFOs exist. Now, it's right now the government probably don't acknowledge it, but it was our defense minister back in the day. So check that out. It's the truth. I'm not lying about that. Now, there has to be new technology that can make power without question, right? For sure. I mean, from what we understand about making power, you turn build a dam in some cases, and run a tunnel to a wheel, and then the wheel turns the generator, which is the wires inside or the magnets, and the magnets are spinning around, makes a magnetic field, and therefore we got electricity, right? Well, does anyone out there ever think about, like, I mean, everything spins round, right? Our planet's round. Galaxies, in most cases, they're round unless they run into each other. uh, Everything is round, right? And when we make electricity, we spin things around, right? Past things. So now the knowledge that's already out there is that we can move a magnetic field, right? Now, if you can move a magnetic field, you no longer need to have any moving parts in a generator. I mean, it's already proven that we can move magnetic fields. So, if you up the magnetic field and you ran it over wires, same way we do, then obviously you're going to get power. But okay, there's one way, and then we have UFOs flying around, right? Like, the government is just hoarding this information. There's a whole universe of, well, for the bare lack of understanding, star people will say. And everybody out there is, oh, no, no, no. Even though, your father saw the UFO, their brother saw the UFO. Doesn't matter, man. When they talk to someone else, oh, no, no, no. Well, the more that you don't recognize this, is the more that everyone else is getting in control of this, right? We're talking anti-gravity, man. We're talking we can get off the planet. We can not only get off the planet, which I don't want to leave the planet. None of us should, because this is our Earth. It's our planet. The thing is that if you made an anti-gravity thing, then you can then you could put it underneath of platforms, right? And you could build up, and you could have like a city that floats around. I mean, what if most people moved into the stars? I mean, but there's races out there, and they have their laws out there. So we can't even control our own planet. I mean, money is the root of all foolishness. I gotta say, and as you're watching this, well, you're probably saying, well, you got money too. No, I don't really, but I mean, I need money to survive, so everyone does. Because this is where we live. But we can always change things, right? I mean, if technology allows us to get to the point where we can make power, we can have you can have levitation without having to go to jet fuel. I mean, that would transfer into vehicles, right? I mean, you could, if you can, the point is that okay, now how would you even make a levitating thing? Well, you got to make a generator, magnetic field, and then that magnetic field would have to be spun around until it came like a top, just like the planet Earth. Exactly like the planet Earth. And then you could direct which way you want the magnetic field to go, and that will repel you from the planet out to the stars, right? And reverse the same thing. I mean, it's common knowledge out there, really. I mean, well, maybe it isn't, but I get it. So if I get it, a lot of people must get it. Because, I mean, you got nobody acting on this. You have nobody trying to, move a magnetic field and fucking, instead of having to move the generator itself, right? Like, I mean, I'm not going to say it doesn't make any sense. It makes perfect sense. The whole world is doing nothing but fighting. And so if a person can invent all this stuff, then why don't we just, I don't know, have a general understanding, and we'll just fucking, I don't know, take the planet back, I guess. I mean, love and light is the truth. And, but I clearly see things going just foolishness. I mean, not that we gotta, but I mean, aren't we in charge? Right? We are in charge of the government, right? We are in charge of, in every place. The country doesn't exist unless we exist. Unless you're got them countries that are taking them over. But if we all pull together and just go, I mean, numbers matter in this case, right? So, I mean, if 300,000 people walked up to the government and said, "Though, I know you're lying about UFOs. I know you're lying about everything. I mean, instead of us having to go out there and invent this stuff, what the hell have you guys learned?" I mean, and if they say that UFOs don't exist, well, you're going to deny the people up there that do exist? I mean, you can't do that, right? We know they exist, especially in Canada, because we've had it proven to us. So everyone's out there waiting for the evidence, when you're just going to have to, numbers count. And once you bring that out, then that should make a ripple effect and backlash through the whole planet, once that information comes out. And that's the way things gotta be. Not if you frack the land and then fracture it, and then they do it underneath the water while we run on a well. So if you fracture the land, then the gases all come up and get intertwined with that water. Well, hello? That just means now it'll kill you to drink that water. So you don't do that, right? You don't allow people to frack the land. You don't, but everyone's doing it. And that's it. I mean, we got to change. The point is, it's all small steps. And the one thing is like if 100,000 people got up and just went to the government and said, put this shit out, I mean, enough's enough. You're just frigging around. And the information that will give us knowledge about things, man, and wisdom. You can't stay this fucking way. I apologize for swearing, but it is foolishness, So, I mean, there's even literature out that's Billy Myers. He has books out. I mean, if like I say, if 100,000 people got together and just went up to the government and says, I know you have all this proof and you have to put it out. And then they put it out. And then everybody knows. And then, we start asking questions like, other questions. And our future goes another direction. Right? Us people would be more understanding. Instead of, the government probably is holding, from what I hear, like a bunch of people that are from the stars in their facilities. So, I mean, the point is that we have to take control, and there is no there is no good way of doing it, but that's a good way to do it. It's like a lot of people, all the unions get together and just do this and walk up. And once that comes out, then that's the tip of the iceberg. Everything will just start flowing out, like the information and all that. So that's my, definitely, anyway, this is my channel and I'm putting this video up because this planet's near and dear to me. And we're cutting down the trees and polluting the water and fracking the land and fucking draining for oil and going for gas. I mean, come on. The whole world is going in a shit bag and we're just allowing it. We don't have to allow it, man. We are actually spiritual beings. My soul, I have a soul, so that makes it a spirit. So we're all spiritual beings. Anyway, that's, we need to do something like that. We need to do that. Because we don't need no chaos or nothing. We just need everyone getting together and go and do this. Get the information out on the UFOs in the mainstream media, and then everything will change. I guarantee it. And we just don't know how, but I mean, I can't see it being a bad way. Love and light's the truth, and I believe they believe that too. I'm pretty much sure they do, actually. And they've been up there a lot longer than this planet's even been here. So, consider that, man. They aren't going to take us over, so stop your fucking whining about that shit. Alright, well, see you on the down low, guys. Good luck. Love and light's truth.